Hi there.
Hello. Hello and welcome to our show today. We're so glad that you're here. Our Daily Reset for Success series is here to help us all. We're going to reset our lives so we can live healthier, happier, more creative, and prosperous. That's the best part, right? The prosperous one.
I love
I
that.
like it.
Lady Lou, take us away.
You bet. Well, hello, everyone. We're so glad you're here. And we've got two special guest hosts today that I've known for years and just love them. They're wonderful people. And I know you'll love them. But anyway, I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. And next to me here on the screen is Kyle Downs. And above him is his partner,
Hello.
Pamela Hosch. They are super people, and their topic today is one I love because they say they love entrepreneurs. It's one of their passions. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, Pamela or Kyle, which would like to lead off?
I'll start. Well, we started our business, Internet Marketing Pros, in 2008. And the reason why we did that is because we saw a real need in the market for average age, 40 and up, not knowing how to market themselves online and social media. And so we really found a need for that and formed our company to help those types of business owners to learn how to market themselves through social media. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn are the ones that we like the best.
So you teach them how to do it or you do it for them?
We do both.
Aha. There you go. Some people don't want to have anything to do with it.
Me?
Yeah, some people just say, just do it for me, and
Yeah.
that's the reason why we got in business, was because we saw the need.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Well,
Mhm.
Pamela, let's hear from you for a minute, too. We just love you.
You're too sweet. And I love you right back.
Thank you. So,
I don't even know how long ago we met, but I know we've always networked together, and it was really, really awesome. All those years.
all those years. We have Sandy here.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Good morning. She was on our show. She was on a show about a month or so ago, and she's coming back next. It's next week. She's going to talk about how she lost 100 pounds. We
Oh,
can't.
wow.
We want to have her back.
I said, please come
great.
back. We need more of that.
Very inspiring.
They're talking about how everybody's home stress eating and, the COVID-19, 15 pounds that everybody's packed on, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just, So if she lost 100 pounds, we could learn something from her. Don't you think?
I know we can.
Absolutely.
Well, Pamela, tell us what you do exactly. How do you help your clients?
Oh, I'm the chief creative officer, and I just always looking for ways to help people with their marketing or their website. And, as Kyle mentioned, of course, social media, and you want it to be creative and fun or very professional, whatever your niche is. I mean, obviously a law firm is going to be much, much different than somebody that has a fun business, like cakes and parties and things like that, or flowers,
Yeah.
So we have a mix of all of those, and, love them all. Dog walking clients as well. And they're absolutely adorable. I know, just awesome.
I know exactly what you mean, Pamela, because I saw on the internet, Facebook probably, or Instagram, where a bakery had taken, like the shape of toilet paper and made cakes out of it. There are some industries that are a lot of fun. And there's some industries that, man, you really have to work hard to make it fun.
Oh, I have
interesting.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, well, that
is.
Go ahead.
It's always easier if you can throw a little Texas spin in there, because then that's a big, huge venue on its own, right?
For sure, because we Texans are proud to be Texans.
Well, and that's what you want when you're looking to add new people to your friends list on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. You want to look for businesses that are going to be matched up with your niche, because otherwise it's just, if you just do friend, it's just kind of a wasted space, where when you can find friends that are aligned with your business, they're going to be much more a potential client.
Well, give us an example. I know I'm not real savvy with Facebook, and I know you need tags and hashtags and all that sort of stuff. So how would someone who's not familiar with Facebook's way to work, how would they go about finding people in their own niche?
Well, you can search different types of different type of topics, different types of search terms that would pull up,
all the different
businesses,
categories,
all the different types of businesses that align with your business.
Just in the little search bar up at the top of Facebook.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and groups are another way to really get a lot of exposure, because we've got groups that have 30, 40, 50,000 people in them. And so when you go to those groups and you post in them a specific ad or a specific advertisement for your business, you're going to get a lot more eyeballs on your business because of the number of people that are in those groups. So that's a real big help as well.
Well, that's a good tip for all of us.
I have a question. Do you all use Alignable, or do you recommend that your clients use Alignable?
Yeah, I do a lot. Yes. That's another good
resource,
platform to advertise on. Yes, couldn't pop into my head.
Now, when you say advertise on, do you mean like just posting, or physically like paying for ads?
Well, we mostly do a lot of free advertising, where we go and we'll create Pamela creates it for us, and she'll create a page that basically talks about websites or social media marketing or search engine optimization, and we'll then go post it in those groups. And those groups have so many eyeballs in them, they just get it's a lot more exposure than you would if you just posted it on your personal page.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot
some
more.
of our sorry.
Go ahead.
For some of our clients, again, depending on their venue or niche, it's going to be just a post, maybe about like a famous quote, or just something kind of generic, because if they're a law firm, they're not going to advertise necessarily, and you just want their name out there, and you just keep putting it out there over and over and over again. And I think one of the secrets of Facebook, and a lot of there's so many more platforms now. There's Pinterest. I mean, you can actually you can do ads on Pinterest. If you want to, you can put your business on Pinterest. You can have a business board there. There's all sorts of, Instagram. I mean, there's so many different platforms now than there were way back in the day when we started. And so it's just the visibility, over and over and over again. The repetition is what really helps get you the traffic that you want, or the eyeballs that you want. Because I know for one thing with Facebook, they definitely like people that are posting more and more and more. It helps a lot.
That helps with your website also. You want to make sure that your website is relevant and current, and you don't, with your page on Facebook and on LinkedIn, you want to make sure that it's current. You don't want to not go to your page for 6 months and people see stuff that's ancient. You want to keep it current and consistently post new things, and sometimes even funny videos are good. Now, we've always said funny is money, because definitely. when you post things that are funny, it gets attention to your brand.
And kittens too. Don't forget about the kittens.
Yeah, kittens.
Everybody. Nobody can. Oh, look how cute. Oh,
exactly. Or babies. Babies laughing. Babies laughing is a great one.
Yes, I agree with that. Well, I have a few more questions. I've been in internet marketing and doing something on the internet, let's put it that way, for over 30 years. I started a long time ago with a company that did a lot of services for larger corporations. Like we took care of their server, and we took care of, back then we didn't have laptops. That's how long ago it was. we had, a big server and then dummies, dummy little things, and all the law firms, all the lawyers had to go in and work on the dummies. There wasn't anything in it. It was just a dummy. And so we couldn't take a vacation. There was always something going wrong. If the server went down, they were dead in the water. And I just remember thinking to myself, when the internet came about, where people could actually start talking about themselves and advertising and getting out there in the social way, I used to think people were just so stuffy back then. They were like, if you're not looking corporate, then you shouldn't be on, you should not take a camera out unless you pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds or thousands of dollars to have a specialized camera crew come in. And it was so stuffy. I'm so happy today that people are being real, that they're all just turning the camera on and they're being the real person that they are. They're real. They're not hiding behind that. And I don't think people meant to do it. It was like what was expected. Have you guys seen quite a shift in how people are relaxing?
Oh, well, especially during this COVID time when people are in their sweats, and working from home, it's a lot more relaxed that you wouldn't have seen 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I just came from a meeting where I actually had to go to their house, and the geophysicist, her husband, came down from his office and out to the patio where we were, because, we're 6 feet away and whatever. And he had flip-flops on and shorts, and he was very well dressed from the waist up. And I thought, this is so much fun. I'm enjoying myself so much. I just love every minute of it. I'm so glad people are able to let their guard down a little bit, to be themselves.
Feeling a lot more relaxed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what kind of marketing do you all focus on? Is it brick and mortar, or is it internet companies? Tell me what your focus is.
Well, it's really all over the board. We've worked with dog walkers to big time lawyer firms. It's all across the board. Everybody's a customer because everybody needs a good website. Everybody needs to learn how to market themselves, or to be, show them how to market themselves on social media. So pretty much everybody's our client. It's not really a specific niche, just a specific type of business that we market to.
Who do you like to work with then? If everybody's your customer, who's your favorite?
We love entrepreneurs. Always have. And that's how actually Lady Lou came up with our title, because she asked me, what's your passion? And I mean, really, Kyle and I both, it's like our mission to help people. And inevitably, we always want to help, entrepreneurs and people that are, maybe they're a big, huge firm and maybe they're brand new starting out, and they don't have any content. I mean, I've written more content than I ever intended to, because people are just like, I don't know what to do, and I don't have any content. And, we walk them through how to find it, how to get it, all that sort of thing. But, I would say entrepreneurs are definitely in the top 5.
I love that, because I find that entrepreneurs are more creative. They have more wherewithal to go with their business than, say, a law firm or a corporation, because they're in a little box. They have to pretty much stay in it, don't they?
Yeah, they have more time too. One of my first websites that I created for a company was a law firm, and it was a 3-person law firm, and he hired me with no problems, wrote the check and said, build a website. This is a long time ago, remember? This is when you had to write your own code and everything. So anyway, I'm waiting for pictures. I'm waiting for, what kind of lawyer are you? I'm waiting for something, right? Mm-hmm. It never came. I had to, every time I'd call, I'd say, well, can your secretary give me, no, she doesn't have that. I'm like, okay, what's your specialty? Well, we do this. I mean, it was like, so I, like you, Pamela, I'm like, fine, I'll just write it myself. And if he doesn't like it, then he'll change it, right?
Right.
I literally posted that website. I got it up online, and he said, "Oh, that's great." And I thought, wow, he had no input whatsoever. I mean,
I've done that.
right? I mean, people are busy. They don't. It scares them. They don't understand. They just don't want to. I don't know what it is, but I find a lot of people are like that. Here, you
Well,
do it.
that's why we got in the business, because there are so many people that are like that just said, I have no idea what I want. You can just handle it. Just do it.
Just do it.
And so we create it, and they normally love it. And if they don't, we'll make the tweaks and things like that to change it. But then we get it perfect, and it's done.
Right.
Absolutely.
Now, I no longer build websites. I'm one of these, not quite ADD. Okay, some people think I am, but anyway, I have other interests, that grab me, and so I'm glad to know people who like to still build websites, so I can move it your direction, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Have you ever found that people think that because you're technical, you can do anything? I'll give you an example. A friend of mine introduced me. We were volunteering at the food bank. This was a couple years ago. Volunteering at the food bank, and my friend introduced me to her friends as her technical wizard. Okay, so the next thing you know, this lady comes up to me and hands me her phone, and she said, "Can you fix my phone, please?" And I was like, "No, wait a minute. I'm not a technical wizard, okay? I have things that I know about. I stay in my lane, okay?" But isn't that funny how they just feel like you can do everything if you're technical?
We're hoping and praying.
That's so funny.
It's like the propeller head will handle it, right?
Yeah.
Kyle calls it German engineering.
German engineering.
Well, I've figured out more things in my lifetime in the last 10 years than I can even tell you. I don't even know. It's just, can you do this and can you do that? And it's like, sure. And then sometimes you have to figure it out,
Well, and that's why we got into the business also, is that we had our own website, and we had this very high dollar group that we were working with, and we spent all kinds of money, and they put together nothing, and we just there has to be a better way to handle it. And so that's how we started our company, by putting together good looking products that people are very proud of.
Now, I have a story like that too. So this company that I used to own, High Standards Technology, still going strong today. I sold my shares and I went on and did my own thing. We were taken for, I think it was $2,000. And back then, that was a lot of money for a website.
Sure. Yeah.
$2,000, and I didn't get jack. Okay. Nothing. Yeah. And I thought, oh my God, is there no one that can make them do what they said they were going to do? Oh no, you can't run your business without a website. So I went searching for somebody else. And once again, we got something. It was like, really, you charged me. This time it was $1,500 and I still really didn't get much. So I thought, same thing. I'm going to learn it myself. I taught myself WordPress.
Good for you.
I taught myself how to do it. And that back then, man, it's a lot harder back then. You had to really know how to code and everything. And so I thought, well, whatever, I'll just learn to do it myself. And of course, now they make it so much easier. You have themes and you have, it's still complicated. Don't get me wrong. Please, if you go out and try to create your own website, it's still complicated, but it's much easier now than it was.
It is so much easier. Yes. There's so many tools out there. And actually, one of the things I wanted to mention that just happened this week, I think y'all are probably familiar with Shopify.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have shopping sites that are Shopify. They've now created an express page. And you mentioned brick and mortar stores a while ago. This is something that is so timely right now for, in this virus age, for even like a pizza store. They can create, outside of their, big, beautiful website, they can create a quick, easy express website, maybe just for food to be delivered or curbside pickup. And it's all inclusive right in that little pocket on Shopify.
Wow.
And,
wonderful.
If somebody didn't want to do that, of course, we can help do that as well. But I mean, that's a great resource for people to have in this day and age.
Nice.
That is very nice. So can people come to you with an idea, since you love entrepreneurs, can they come to you with an idea and then you basically tell them what is the best way for you to move forward online?
Absolutely.
In fact, that's, can I talk about what we're offering today?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one of the things we wanted to offer everyone in this just crazy time of everything being all upside down and, inside instead of being out, that we would offer a complimentary evaluation on their social media or on their website. Websites need to be updated, more than people realize. I mean, I rebuilt one that was built back in the 70s, and I mean, that was definitely necessary, So keeping things current is really important, but we're offering a free consultation. We're not going to put a limit on it. We're just saying we'll give you 30 minutes of our time, both of us on the phone, and we'll go over your website or social media, and they can just contact us. You have our phone number there or the website.
Oh, perfect. Well, repeat your phone number for
let me pull that back up again.
Yeah, because we also upload your show to the podcast stations.
Yeah, our phone number is 713-364-2244, and our website is internetmarketingpros.tv. That's the best way to reach us.
That's great.
For people that write slowly like an Alabama guy, I'm going to say 713-364-2244. He just rattles that off, doesn't he, Marian?
Thank you. Yes. And for those of you who are listening to this as a podcast and you're out walking your dog or taking a stroll, don't you worry about a thing. Lady Lou has put everything you could ever want to know about Kyle and Pamela down in the description below. So we're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook in a group called Natural Curiosity. And we're also on your favorite podcast platforms. And every one of them has a description, and it has everything that we talked about today down below. And then some.
How fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I just said cool. It's great.
Good.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. We want all of our audience to know who you are, because it's so much fun when you can watch these shows, and especially if you can watch them live, they're even more fun. But the replays are always available. So, and we ask our guests to also post them on their own social media so that more people can find them. So it is so terrific. But we've still got a few minutes. So what is your favorite customer? Kyle, why don't you tell us your favorite customer so far?
Favorite customer would probably be a law firm that we deal with downtown. They're what type of law firm are they, Pamela? They're maritime. Yeah,
big stuff.
Big time maritime law firm, and we've been working with them for multiple years. They love us to death.
Oh, I bet they do.
And the things that we do for them is, they're a big firm, so they go through a lot of different lawyers, and so we'll change lawyers in and out on the website, and we advertise for them on social media, and just really like working with them. They're very, very nice people.
Oh, that's great. And I think lawyers have been one of the few professions that has not ended during this pandemic. They still keep on trucking.
Yes. I'm a part owner of a company called Office in America, and we're a virtual company. We answer the phone in companies' names, and we collect their mail for them, and we either forward it to them if they're not in Houston, or they don't want to come outside because of something. We'll mail it to them, or we'll scan it and then email it to them, that type of thing. And the people that are still going strong are all the law firms that use our services. Everybody else has slowed almost down to nothing, but not the law firms. And depositions are all being done on Zoom, and they find a way. They really do. They find a way to get it done, because if you're in the middle of something you need legal advice, it doesn't matter what's going on. Sometimes you have to go on. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's essential, right? They're essential.
Absolutely.
And mail service is essential. So I had to keep working during this. Even though we weren't open to the public, we didn't rent any rooms or the conference room was closed, we still had to go in and get their mail and get that to them because the mail was always essential.
Sure.
I had no idea. This taught me so much going through this about what we feel as a society, as a world, what's essential and what's not. Right? Toilet paper is very essential.
That's so funny. I saw a post yesterday that said something about toilet paper is now the same as gold, as far as stocks go.
No kidding. Oh,
truth, isn't it?
uh-huh.
Who knew?
We have a question from the audience. This is
Oh, we
from
do.
Peggy Moore. She says, what makes a website draw people into one site over another? And why would I decide to go to the law firm that you created over another that deals with the same thing? Thank you for that question, Peggy.
Good one.
Who wants to take that? Kyle or Pamela?
Go ahead,
I
Pamela.
will.
Okay.
I think it's all about design, and you have about 2 or 3 seconds to catch someone's eye and grab their interest. And, for a law firm, I mean, you want it to look, they want to be professional and yet current. And current, I think, is one of the biggest things, which is why we always say your website needs to be updated because you have to stay current. And it's not easy sometimes for people to really get that because it's a little bit of work, but I mean, mostly I do the work. So it's just a matter of making a decision that you want to make a change and getting it done. And like you said, Marian, you just need a little bit of input. Sometimes you have to go do it yourself anyway. So
you have to be detective, right?
It happens. And
so
keeping it current is very important because that way you're able to your Google will rank you higher if you continuously update your website.
And your customers or prospects will think badly of you if you says 1999 down there, like copyright, 2002, and it's not. It's 2020, people. You got to keep current. We look at stuff like that. I don't know if it's just because I, know how to build websites, whether it's just me, but down at the bottom, if it says, 5 years ago, I don't think you're doing, I don't think you're doing real well.
Well, and a lot of times people have companies that have added products to their offerings that they don't have on their website. So how are people going to know about those if they're not on your website?
There you go.
So that's another really important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
What do you think is the number one thing that somebody should, if they're going into business, especially an entrepreneur and they're just starting out, what's the first thing they need to have after their website?
Oh.
social media.
Yeah, social media.
Okay, so which ones? All of them? One or two of them?
Well,
I think it depends on your.
LinkedIn is probably one of the most important ones. I mean, Facebook and LinkedIn are in my opinion, are the top two. Instagram is another one that's very important. But where you're going to get the most traction, the most eyeballs is on Facebook. But here's a little interesting fact: the annual salary average on Facebook is $40,000 a year. The average annual salary on LinkedIn is $120,000 a year.
Oops.
So that's
so if you're looking for a higher paying client, then you need to go to LinkedIn probably.
There you go.
We have time for one more question, and this comes from Peggy Moore. She says, do you ever go back to a website that you designed and tell the owner that it's time to redesign?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, I just did that with a client the other day because it was one of those ones where, I was, as we say in Texas, flying by the seat of my pants with no input, no content, no nothing. We're busy, just do it kind of a thing. And I went back to them recently and just said, you've changed this, you've changed that. We need to update your website to reflect all those changes and put in some technical charts and all this kind of stuff. But absolutely.
Well, they probably feel like you're helping them because you're not just holding their hand, but you're keeping them current because they don't think about it. They probably haven't been to that website in weeks and they don't see it in your eyes.
There you
Right.
go. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. It flew by as usual. We're just like, what, 30 minutes already? We enjoyed you. We're looking forward to interacting with you even more. We have a Facebook group called Natural Curiosity, and people are constantly asking for different things. So please stay in touch with us, and we hope to see you back again. Yeah. We enjoy this group because we're all trying to reset our lives, whether it's our business or our personal life, and sometimes both at the same time. And that's kind of hard. We need experts like you to go to when we have something that's missing.
Oh, thank you so much. We're happy to help in the way we can.
Thanks for having us on.
You bet. And thank you to our audience out there. We thank you for being there. And go to the Facebook and the YouTube videos and comment and like them and put the thumbs up on the YouTubes. We love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye for now.